On the evening of January 28th, during CCTV's Spring Festival Gala, Unitree's humanoid robots rehearsed Chinese folk dances with actors, spinning handkerchiefs like humans and showcasing astonishing motor skills. Some American bloggers commented that compared to Unitree's robots, Tesla's robots seemed as sluggish as elderly people who had just undergone hip surgery. In reality, this was just a small trick by Unitree's engineers, who had modified the robot's structure for the gala, making them less powerful than the outside world imagined. However, despite Musk's repeated hype about Tesla's robots, they have yet to deliver any impressive performance. Nevertheless, the integration of humanoid robots into production lines for actual manufacturing is becoming an imminent reality. For instance, Xiaoping has already deployed its robots on production lines to replace humans in tasks like screwing. In the future, skilled workers' jobs will gradually be taken over by robots. Currently, humanoid robots in China cost around 100,000 renminbi, equivalent to a skilled worker's annual salary, but they require no rest or social security benefits. As technology advances, their cost will continue to decrease, and even their maintenance can be self-managed or handled by specialized repair robots. As I have mentioned in previous videos, the large-scale replacement of human jobs by AI may happen sooner than expected. Over the next decade, a significant number of jobs will disappear, and India will likely be the biggest victim. India may forever lose its chance at industrialization. India faces an annual trade deficit of hundreds of billions of dollars, requiring substantial foreign currency reserves to sustain foreign trade and purchase essential raw materials and components for industrial and infrastructure development. India's primary sources of foreign exchange are IT and call center outsourcing services, remittances from overseas Indians, and foreign direct investment, FDI. However, with the rapid development of AI and robotics, these sectors face severe threats. First, IT and call center services will be largely replaced by AI. Models like ChatGPT and DeepSeek are continuously iterating, reducing costs and expanding application scenarios, enabling more programming tools and call center robots to enter development cycles. These AI systems are already fully capable of replacing junior programmers and call center operators, with only workflow optimizations and adjustment periods remaining. Once large-scale replacement begins, India's software outsourcing and call center industries will suffer devastating blows. Compared to outsourcing basic coding tasks to Indian companies, AI can save significant costs, reduce error rates, and minimize hidden maintenance costs caused by spaghetti code. Additionally, AI operators offer more consumer-friendly voice quality compared to heavily accented Indian operators, enhancing customer satisfaction. Companies like Microsoft and iFlyTech have already developed AI voice systems that are nearly indistinguishable from human voices. In China, telecom companies, banks, and e-commerce platforms have prioritized AI over human operators, drastically reducing the need for human operators. Without software outsourcing and call centers, India's status as the world's office will become meaningless. No one will want to set up data centers thousands of miles away in India when staying domestically offers better infrastructure and lower communication costs. The newly affluent Indian middle class will face severe career crises. Next, let's discuss remittances. India relies heavily on foreign exchange inflows from its diaspora working in Western developed countries and sending money back home. However, due to the large number of illegal Indian immigrants, the immigration systems of countries like the US, Canada, and Australia have been severely impacted. Additionally, issues like fake degrees and unfair competition among Indian immigrants have led to increased deportation efforts. In the coming years, India may be forced to repatriate millions of immigrants, which would be a devastating blow. Many of these individuals took on significant debt to emigrate, and if they cannot survive and thrive in their host countries, they will be unable to repay their debts, plunging their families and even entire communities into financial distress. India's economic growth is slowing, far from the double-digit growth rates seen during East Asia's economic takeoff. Facing the challenges of AI and strained relations with China leading to technological blockades, India will struggle to provide sufficient employment opportunities, resulting in severe youth unemployment. Finally, let's talk about India's world factory dream. After over a decade of Modi's boasts about replacing China, India faces a harsher reality than ever before. Other countries have given India opportunities, especially after the US-China trade and tech wars. As Chinese manufacturing relocates, Southeast Asia and Mexico have reaped significant benefits, achieving initial industrialization, particularly Vietnam and Mexico. Countries like Indonesia and Brazil have also boarded the industrialization train by introducing Chinese companies and infrastructure. However, India, despite an influx of foreign companies, has delivered a dismal performance. Almost all foreign companies struggle to adapt to India's corrupt bureaucracy, inefficient government, and poor infrastructure, with only a handful surviving. Many foreign companies have suffered heavy losses and withdrawn from India. Those that manage to grow often cannot repatriate profits and face extortion and hefty fines from the Indian government. India has become a graveyard for multinational corporations, instilling fear among investors. India's dream of becoming the world factory relies heavily on its population, particularly its youth. However, India lacks a high-quality young workforce. It has the world's largest illiterate population, and apart from the few elites produced annually by institutions like IIT, most Indian laborers fall far short of the basic qualifications required by industrial enterprises. Additionally, Indian workers generally lack discipline and a strong work ethic, leading to high management costs for foreign companies. With the advent of AI and robotics, industrial enterprises are better off investing in robots and building production lines around them rather than risking huge investments in India. As industrial products become increasingly complex, the cost of training humans may far exceed that of training machines. Moreover, once robots master a production skill, their precision and stability far surpass that of humans. In conclusion, the ongoing industrialization in Southeast Asia and Latin America may represent the last wave of industrialization diffusion. Other countries may never achieve industrialization. No matter how reluctant the citizens of Bharat Empire are, they only need to look at the share of industrial output in India's GDP over Modi's 11-year tenure to understand the reality. In fact, the proportion of India's manufacturing industry in GDP has been declining. When the Bharat media boasted that India would become the world's factory, few people rationally compared India with countries such as Vietnam and Indonesia. India's goal should be to catch up with Indonesia and Vietnam, not China. Even compared with Vietnam and Indonesia, India's infrastructure, especially the quality of its personnel, is very different. But the Indian media always regards itself as a great power and is arrogant. However, when Southeast Asia, Mexico, Brazil, and other countries and regions continue to improve their industrialization levels, India is still stuck in a bubble of self-boasting.